let's start with the fact that I didn't get no sleep last night. I didn't get no sleep last night. Because I have insomnia. And for people that have insomnia, once you get woken up out of your sleep, it's generally difficult for you to go back to sleep. I've been up since 2 o'clock this morning. It's now 12, what is this, 12 p.m. So, I've been up now for 10 hours. 10 hours. Where am I going? I'm heading down here to FedEx. I went yesterday and I printed out my resume on a resume paper. So it's like with this job searching thing, I'm going above and beyond. They still make resume paper, by the way. They still sell them. My suggestion to you is when you print out your resume, print it out on the resume paper. Yeah, if you want, even if you want to be considered to work, do your research. Yeah, do your research. What am I doing now? Like I said, I'm going to go pick up my flash because I accidentally left it at FedEx yesterday, running out of there. Just trying to get this. I'm so exhausted, but I still got to drive. Freeway is crowded. Crowded freeway. Keep going. That's how crowded this freeway is. I'm in traffic. I need to get off. I can't deal with this stop and go. My ankle, my poor little ankle. Put your foot on the brakes. Put your foot on the gas. Put your foot on the brakes. Put your foot on the gas. Put your foot on the brakes. Put your foot on the gas. Our brains is not designed for all this. I can't deal with this. There's too many cars on this freeway. Look at this. I got too much. Too crowded. Yeah. I don't even feel like doing nothing. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. And I don't feel like doing nothing. You know, it's like I'm lethargic. You know, I feel lethargic. Meaning, I don't have no strength. I don't barely have no strength. But I'm trying. Me and this phone. I'm trying. It's not easy out here. You know what I mean? If somebody would have told me that my life would have been so difficult, I probably would have told them that they was lying. Like, bro, like you lying. My life is not gonna be this hard. I'm gonna have my white picket fence. I'm gonna have my big house. I don't know what you're talking about, but that's not the case here. You know, it's terrible how we gotta live, but it's a part of the process, I guess. I mean, hopping in and hopping off the freeway. I can't deal with this. Like, with me being sleepy, I'm finna go get my flash from FedEx. I don't know why the guy didn't give me back my flash. Like, after you printed out my documents, and why you didn't give me back my flash as I paid, like when I was paying. You should have gave me back my flash. And now I gotta go out of my way after coming from a job interview to go get. But the reason why I'm going to go get that flash, I tell you, is because I don't feel like redoing my resume, and I don't feel like redoing. I don't, I scanned all my transcript from both colleges onto my flash. I got my CPR and my credentials on my flash. So I literally need to go get my flash. Yeah. Look at it. I can't really do it. See the wall? You see that wall? You see that wall? This place is gone. Gone to the dogs. America is gone. America is no longer. Is America called America? Or do they got another name for America? We don't call America immature. No name calling. That's what my supervisor said. After I'm sitting here telling her that one of the staff was sitting there gossiping, talking about me with a parent. I said, that's to me, that's unprofessional and tacky. She said, no name calling. Ain't no name calling. The reason why she said no name calling is because she didn't like me. And I don't go to work for company for my bosses to like me. I go to company to work for my bosses to respect me, and the respect is mutual. I respect you, you respect me, and let me do my 8 hours, clock in, clock out, and let me go on about my business. You know what I mean? Since I'm right here, I might as well stop over here on this side of town. I wasn't trying to stop right here. I was trying to just go straight to get my flash. I need to start working before this year ends. Like, I need to start working. Like, I need a job before this year ends. And I don't need any job. I need a job in my field of studies. Okay? I have my bachelor's, and I also have my AA in child development, and then I have my bachelor's in early childhood education. There is no way. Go ahead. Thank you. You over here flashing to give everybody a chance to come out. You sweet. I gotta wait on them. All right. Thank you. Anyway, so there's no way that I should not have a job by the end of December. That's If I don't have a job by the end of December, I know that racism is really high in California. Because if I'm overqualified, really, to work in these little preschool settings. But that's the area that I feel like I should be working in, like, for some reason. You know what I mean? I don't know if it have a lot to do with me. I don't know if this me wanting to work with 3 to 5 year olds has a lot to do with the way that I grew up and my learning environment that I was in when I was a kid. I see that I'm in a position to where I can help a child to grow and to develop. I mean, The company that I just applied for, they do like a comprehensive approach, which that's a part of why I want to become a teacher. It's not just to help the parent, but it's also, I mean, it's not just to help the kid, but it's also to help the parents. You know what I mean? And with the world that we're living in today, parents need, when I say they need a lot of assistance, it's a support from their child's teacher. And the parents also need to be supportive of the child and of the teacher. If we have more parents that will participate in their children's education, no academic, it don't really have to be academic, but just go do some volunteer at your school. You ain't doing nothing. You just sitting at home doing nothing. I'm talking about for those that ain't doing nothing like me. I ain't doing nothing. There's no reason why I I can't volunteer at my kids' school. It feels good. It probably would feel good volunteering at my kids' school. I'm gonna sit right here for a little bit. I think I need some water. I'm not sure because it is hot out here. But look, I just found this earring right here. It's been sitting in my apartment for about 5, 6 years. I found the one, and I'm gonna go to the swap meet and get this the same size. I said I was gonna do it bigger because I'm older now. All right, so I'm gonna get off of here because I'm not where I'm about to go. I'm not finna be on my phone because don't nobody really watch my live that much. But every time I come on any one of my lives, whether it is through Meta or if it's through what's this, YouTube, I try to encourage people in doing the right thing, and myself too, because I'm encouraging myself, because remember, we are a blank slate. Like, we get up every day not knowing what to expect, but hoping to expect the best, right? So when the best doesn't occur, what do? You live your best. You know what I mean? Like that car accident that I got into with that man sitting there. If I see another car out here with the same bump, bro, like you just barely got a little bump on your car, and then you gonna claim that you in pain. Why are people so wicked? Why are you so evil? You know you not hurting from this car accident, but then you want to go get a lawyer. It's like humans make it so difficult to live on. We making this difficult for us to live with each other because we're evil. Not we. I'm not evil. I try not to be evil. What's the point of being evil? What are you getting from being evil? Some people think they're getting something good. Only thing you're getting when you're evil is a meal ticket to hell. I'm not going to see you in heaven, and we all gonna meet up one day. You know what I mean? I don't see the point of anybody being evil. It's 2023. We should all get the memo now. Let's all get along because we're all one. Can we do that? Nah. But open this door and give me some air. Cut this car because gas is literally too expensive. I just drove to, I don't even know what city that was, looking for me a job. You know, it's like what Crystal Stairs did to me was wrong. You know what I mean? But it's not Crystal Stairs. And I'm gonna say that it is Crystal Stairs, because even if my boss complained about me or whatever the case may be, does she have any right to lock me out of the facility on my 10-minute break? That's all I want to know. My supervisor did not have no right to lock me out of you. You know what I mean? If I was being irate, or if I was being aggressive, that's all. You have all right to lock me out of your facility because I don't belong there. I'm acting like an animal, not like a human, right? But if I'm sitting here acting normal, all I did was went on my 10-minute break. I went on my break 10 minutes, sat in my car, I went live, And I go back inside my place where I work at, and the door was completely locked. Like, what would you do? What would you do if you go to work and, mind you, my doctor had just returned me back to work that day. I'll never forget that day, Lord. I said, look, I'm going through anxiety, I'm going through depression, and my supervisor locked me out of the facility the day that my doctor returned me back to work. It's not meant for me to work there. That's how I look at it. And I just walk away. Like, but if I have a lawyer, I know that I will sue them from the head to the middle to the toe. I will sue them because that's wrongful termination. You wrongfully terminate my employment, and I still don't even know why I'm not working there. That's one company. I mean, it's so many negative that I could say about all the places that I've worked. I want to actually say something positive about a place where I go to work at. I want to say something positive, like Verizon, for example. I could say something positive about Verizon. I had a T-Mobile line. It was about 2000 something. I had racked it up. Number one, I have a phone that I had to pay for on the line. Then I think I owe 2 months of $300 bill, so that's $600 of phone line, and then the other was towards the phone. This is the phone that I'm doing my live on, which I need to move it from out the sun because it's about to get hot. I just remember that, you know what I mean? But T-Mobile cut off my line because I told them that I couldn't afford the bill. I literally couldn't afford a bill because I lost my job, you know what I mean? And I asked the lady, I think I asked them, I don't know, I'm always asking people to give me some time and pay my bill. I always see myself asking that question because closed mouths never really get fed, right? So T-Mobile told me, the guy that was helping me on the phone at the time told me, if you can afford to pay the bill or something, like, if you don't have no money, you can't be with the company. It wasn't worded like that, but that's just how it sounded to me after I translated in my brains. And I'm like, you know what I mean? Whatever. So they cut off my line. They cut off my line, and then they send my name to collection. And then they add on another $500 to the bill. Wicked, right? All right, now I'm going to give you a complete opposite example of another company, a phone company, that the same thing happened to me, but my name didn't end up in collection. Now, I'm not vouching for Verizon, but I can say that I respect Verizon. I respect Verizon. You know why? Because when my thing got turned off, they didn't send my name to collection. And I mean, maybe it wasn't long enough. I don't know. But either way it goes, the lady said to me, you know, after you, because I said, can I start making payments? And she said, sure. You know, because I know that my credit is getting jacked up right now because of how I'm living, and it's not really how I want to live. It's like, what are you going to do about your situation, Talita, so you can get your credit together, so you can get your life together, so you can come back to where you was before you lost your job? I'm doing multiple things. I'm doing different things. I'm doing mindfulness activities. Number one, that's the most important part of when you're going through mental disorder. You got to have some time to yourself. You literally have to have some time to yourself. You can decline medication because you're not like, for me, it's not that I have a problem, it's just that it's too much for me to bear right now. So to prescribe medication for me, it would be wrong. It would be completely wrong, because what I'm going through has nothing to do with my chemicals that's in my brains. It has a lot to do with humans and how they treat me. um, Not everybody is able or capable of, and I'm getting out my car, so I'm wearing putting on my stunner shade. because I see where I'm getting ready to cry. I don't have no time for these tears. Not this morning. Not this morning. So I think I'm gonna just do like probably like an hour to myself and just chill out for a little bit, you know. Anyways, I just went to interview for these people right here. Hopefully I get the job, but according to them, they'll call me back in 1 to 2 weeks. If nobody calls me back in 1 to 2 weeks, I'm moving on with my job search. I don't have no time to be sitting here begging no company to hire me just for me to go die quick. You know what I mean? But what I did like about Volunteers of America is their ratio. I said, how many students are in the class and how many teachers? She said there's 14 kids and 2 teachers for the age group that I want to work with. So if you want to work for Volunteers of America, they are hiring. Today they did their job fair, and I don't know if I would encourage you, but I just encourage anybody. You looking for a job, you know, you want to be a teacher, you whatever. I saw a lady walk in there. She don't have no units in child development, but they still try to blend her, fit her into the company. Like, where can you work? It's another guy that was there. He went into a janitorial position, but then oh, they only have full time. They have full time jobs available for janitors. If you want to be a janitor, you're looking for a job, apply for Volunteer of America, and they're hiring. They are literally hiring. Okay, can't say you didn't hear it from me. What else can I say on here before I get off? Cause I'm getting ready to get off. You know, do I feel confident about my job experience with Volunteer of America? Not really. Not really, because I felt comfortable. I felt open. I felt like they accepted me. But then again, it's like the question that they was asking me, I don't feel like I was mentally prepared for that. And I wish if it was a way where I could just prepare myself for these questions that they're gonna ask me at these interviews, and then when I go to my job interviews, I want to be able to answer these questions, because it's like, okay, you say you have your bachelor's, right? I do. I have my bachelor's, but not because I have my bachelor's. That don't mean that I'm gonna remember all these things. You know what I mean? When it's time for me to do my job interview questions, I'm looking like Willie Dum Dum. Like, what does that mean? You know what I mean? I don't want it to get to that point. Like, I say, you know what I should do? I should record this lady me while she talking to me. Yes, time for me to redo my braids. I do my own braids. You know what I mean? I said I should have recorded this lady while she asking me these questions. Like, it's legal. You could legally record. You know what I mean? And then when I go home, I could replay the recording and I could probably look up some of those questions online. That's what I should have done. Instead of sitting there and trying to be cute. I don't got no time to be cute. I'm trying to be informative. I'm trying to get all the information that I need in order for me to succeed in this life. Because I don't have any time to fail. Like, you don't have any time to sit there and talking about, oh, I'm having a rough life, so I should give up. If you got kids and you having a rough life, that's even more zeal. You just got to be a zealot at what you do as far as survival. You can't really be negative. You can't really look at life in a negative way. Like me, sometimes I'm like, man, I'm done. I'm tired of this. You know, I know. It's very stressful being on this planet. Very. Sometimes I'm like, but like, I'm about to lose my freaking. I'm gonna lose every neurons that there is, and I'm like, no, you can't lose your brains. Your brains is what you need in order for you to function. So slow down, look into yourself, ask yourself this. Don't ask yourself a question that's going to get you to overthink. Okay? Don't ask yourself a question that's going to get you to overthink. Like, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Don't ask yourself that stupid question. Where do you see yourself 1 week from now? Where do I see myself 2 weeks from now? I don't know. Hopefully hired by Volunteer of America, but I'm not sure. If I, there's no reason why I cannot be, even if I failed those questions in at the interview, you still should still hire me. You should still hire me because it's not my appearance. Yeah, they say first appearance, blah blah blah, but it's because sometimes you doing an interview and it's like my brain is frozen. I'm very intelligent as far as doing my paperwork is concerned. So the question that I'm being asked at interviews, it's just impeding on me as a human. Like, why are you asking me that? Why don't you just give me the job? Why don't you just hire me? You know what I mean? And tell me how much you're gonna pay me by the hour, and let's just get this over with. But they gotta make it so complicated to where it's difficult for you to get in the door. So, and then basically our lives is in the hands of Hispanics. You know what I mean? I'm being interviewed by Hispanics. I don't have nothing against Hispanics. You know what I mean? But I'm just keeping it real. You know what I mean? The decision, our fate, you know, am I going to get a job? It relies, it's really in the hands of Hispanics. And I know that. There are places like black places that where I could go work, but working for black people is like, and I'm black, that's like the worst thing that could ever happen to me. It's literally the worst thing. I've taken so many notes of working with black people that it's like I should be able to write a book right about now about how I was treated and how you can't really speak up. And it's not really all black people. It's not really all black people. It's just some. Because I got interviewed for a company and she said, I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna call you. This was on Friday. She said, I said, do I have the job? I said, am I hired? No, I said, when can I start? She said, I'll call you on Tuesday. Tuesday passed. I'm checking my voicemail. No phone call, no text messages, no nada. So, and she was black. Very beautiful, nice business and all that. Place where I could see myself. But you're not hiring me, so what the hell? How do that make me feel as an individual? It make me feel less than myself because I'm like, if I am qualified to work for your facility, I have over 15 years of working with kids. I have my bachelor's and I have my child development. I also have my teacher permit. I'm CPR certified. Um, I have my credential is up to date. I have my tuberculosis screening. I'm negative. You know what I mean? Why wouldn't you hire me? What's the problem? Why wouldn't you hire me? Why? Because I didn't pass those little stupid, intimidating interview question that you're asking me. So that's the reason why you didn't get hired, even though you're educated and you have experience. Double standards. Double standards. Anybody that have over 3 years of working with kids, you don't need a job interview. Do you want the job? You tell me what do I have to do before I start working for you and let me decide if I want to work for that company or not. Why do I have to sit around and see if you're going to call me back? Like that is so irritating. So for a whole week and a half, I'm going to be sitting at home looking to see if you're going to call me back. And a week and a half then passed. I ain't got no phone call. That's 1 week and a half of me losing an opportunity to work for another company because I'm sitting here waiting on you to call me back when you know you don't have no intention of calling me back. They don't have, you know what I mean? What happened to okay, you're hired on the spot? Like, does that exist anymore? If you know what I mean? Does that exist anymore? Like, you go to a job interview and you done with the interview question. You have any question for me? You ask your question. They answer your questions. You ask them. They ask you questions. You answer theirs. You ask them questions. They answer your questions. And then the last question should be, when can I start? This crazy world. And I'm stuck here. I'm stuck on this stupid planet. Wouldn't you be pissed? You'd be pissed. I'd be pissed. You know what I mean? Anyways, I'm finna take these down because them new growths, they ain't playing. They barking for real. They coming in. Like, Talita, I think it's time for you to redo your braids. But then again, I'm like, look, I don't care about if my braids look old or not. It's what's in my heart that counts. It's in First Samuel, what, 17, 16. God not looking at how beautiful you are. He's looking at your heart. What's in your heart? That counts. So when you go there and you don't want to hire me, just know that I'm one of God's people. You don't want to hire one of God's people. That's your loss. You losing. You know what I mean? Because I love to work. It's not that I love to work. I'm working because I have to work. That's how society got us set up. But I enjoy doing what I do because it keeps me occupied. I get to develop myself professionally. Um, I feel real confident about myself. You know what I mean? I'm checking this because I'm not listening. You got anything valuable in your car? Take it out because people out here acting like they don't got no sense, no common sense, and no nothing. You know what I mean? Take out your personal properties out of your car. Don't leave them in there. You know what I mean? You got a purse, hide it somewhere. You know. Yeah, it's like I don't really want to go inside the store with no dang on laptop. Just take it. You know what I mean? At least you know it's gonna be with you. If they steal my car, you ain't taking my laptop. Which one? Which one is more valuable, the car or the laptop? It's up to you. What's inside your laptop? Is everything in your laptop saved on a backup disk? Why would you want anything to be stolen? Like, why do we got to think that way? You know what I mean? I should be able to leave all my purse, my everything inside my car and come back to it. But we not living in that society no more. We living in another society where you got to get up every day and be afraid just to breathe. Because you don't even know what air they going. You don't even know what they going to throw in the air. So you live in your life being fearful everywhere you go. You afraid that they're going to throw another coronavirus in the air. Why did they throw it in the air in the first place? We don't know. We don't know. The only thing I know is I'm stuck here. Coronavirus or not, I'm still on this planet. What am I going to do? I got to keep living. Like, you got to keep living. You can't give up. What's wrong with you? You sick? Sometimes, I ain't going to lie. Sometimes I said, I'm done. I can't do this no more. Take me home, God. Take me now. You know what I mean? But then I'm like, no, don't take me because I got kids. I wouldn't want my kids to be here without me. You know, so what's holding me from asking God to take me from here? My children. My kids is still, you know what I mean? So that's the value of having kids. You know, it's like, it's in the Bible though, where it say that we all gonna be, a lot of people gonna be begging to die. You gonna be begging to like, take me. I can't take the stress. You know what I mean? It's in the Bible. You know what I mean? But I'm tired of this stupid. You can't give up. Don't give up. Don't quit. Keep going. Like, that is so rhetorical. That is so. That don't make no sense. You know what I mean? Make no sense. Anyways, what should I say here? And I'm gonna wrap this up and get on up out of here. I got my phone, my glasses. Of course, you know, I'm job searching, so I should say this is my resume. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm just sitting here running my mouth talking about nothing. You know? All right. So what I found out about Volunteers of America is I found out that they have an innovative service for at-risk youth and family that has been or might be marginalized. So I wouldn't mind working for a company like that. You know what I mean? You're helping out, like you're doing. It's like you're taking a whole comprehensive approach. You're not just focusing on the child. Focus on social, emotional, academic, and development. Oh, what does that looks like as far as the curriculum is concerned? When I was doing my interview, I swear to God, like I couldn't remember some terminology that I should remember. I couldn't remember them for nothing. I'm just looking at her like, how, and I'm trying to look at my notes to see what I write, but my notes and my brains, they was not cooperating with each other at all. So I answer to the best of my knowledge. Okay, looking for and encourage staff for caring. Okay, intervene at the first sight of trouble. I asked the lady what type of intervention they do at the first sight of trouble. She asked me, "Where did you get that information from?" I got it off of y'all website. So how would I feel comfortable? Can family preservation services be used? I was supposed to ask those questions. I didn't even ask them. Like, I went out of my way and wrote these down. I said, okay, when I go to my job interview tomorrow, this is what I'm going to carry with me. These are the questions that I'm going to ask. Is this a part of the family reunification assistance? It's like they have something to help family, to bring family together. I didn't even get to ask them none of that because my brain froze. I like literally froze. Like, bro, like, why are you frozen? You're 42 years old. There's no way your brain should have froze while you're doing your job interview. And those are regular people. Like, they look just like me. No, they just Hispanic, but they still look just like me. So what was it that I was afraid of? I was just a little afraid. I'm gonna be honest. Okay. One of my questions at the end, I wrote it down. I wrote it down. I wrote it down. I said, if I don't fit in the classroom, can I be a caregiver in a group home for foster care? I worked at a group home ages 16 to 21 for 1.5 years. I didn't even mention none of that in my interview. Now, okay, now the reason why you think that we should hire you, I wrote it down too. And when they asked me that question, I froze. I literally froze. Okay. Now, this is what I should have said when they asked me, why should I hire you? With a company that provides an array of services that serve the entire family, not just the child, I would like to be a part of a team that encourage parents to be a positive tool in their child's growth and development. That's what I wanted to say. But then again, I tell you, my brain's froze. So I'm looking at them like, uh, and I have the notes in front of me. Now, when you feel stupid, all right. Services provided assisting children with transitioning to kindergarten. I would like to work in the. Okay, so that's another thing that they asked me. How um do you know that a child is ready to transition to kindergarten? I will never know that. That's a rhetorical question, because not because the kid might show some type of academic something, that doesn't mean that that child is ready to go to the next level. There could be some social emotional impingement, like we don't know. You don't know that. All right. They also have a 90-day emergency program. Like, if you know anybody, they have a domestic shelter. I didn't know that. Volunteers of America have a domestic respite respite, meaning a short period of rest. Like you go there to rest because you're running from your baby daddy, you're running from your husband, you're running from your neighbor, you're running from somebody, and you need comfort, or you need like a sanctuary. You need a covenant. Like, they have a covenant for people to go to. They have a 40-day domestic shelter, and they have a 90-day emergency program. That's Volunteer of America. I didn't know that. Info at voala.com. All right. They assisted the whole family, low-income seniors, children, people with intellectual disabilities, recovering addicts, people that has been incarcerated. So, like I said, they have more of a comprehensive approach than they do. You know what I mean? So that's probably one of the reasons why I probably woke up out of my bed early this morning to go see if I could get a job. But then I didn't get hired on the spot, so I don't know if I got the job or not, but I still have something positive to say about the company. You know what I mean? Even if I do get hired for them and I work for them, whatever I thought of before working for you, it's not going to be the same as me working for you. Because once I could see you, I could look at you and I could say, oh, you look nice. But then deep down inside, I'm an emotional wreck. You know what I mean? So seeing is not really always believing, because sometimes you could see something with hidden agendas when you go inside of a company. So you don't really know. All right. So that's about it. That's about it. That's all I got to say. And remember that, remember David and Goliath? Remember the story about David and Goliath? Okay, now David was much shorter than Goliath. Goliath was about 9 inches, 9 feet, 9 inches, whatever. He was extremely tall, like a giant, right? But he was slain by David, right? Who is David? Jess' son, okay, or Jesse, Jesse, son. And the funny part is, it's not really funny, but while I was reading the Bible, I'm sitting here laughing because I'm like, bro, like, why you walking around with somebody's head in your hand? Like, what you doing? And why, I mean, I didn't get why Samuel think that was cool. You know what I mean? But anyways, I gotta go. I'm done. Okay. The car is hot and I can't stand. I'm around too much noise right about now. I got to go. Let me cover up everything that is out where people can see it. Cause I don't want to give nobody no idea to break into my little vehicle. That's all I got. Kia came and took their brand new car from me, so I got to work with what I got and keep it pushing until things get better. Things will get better for me. I'm not going to sit here and be in this position for the rest of my life. I hope y'all know that. Oh my God, look what I just did with the gum. I'm always doing something, right? I'm always doing something. I'll lose a friend quick because I could care less about having friends. If you don't understand my philosophy, I'll lose you real quick. Real quick. You know what I mean? Okay. Now that we got that out the way, we're going to wrap this gum up in here. And then I'm going to head on out. You know what I mean? It's hot in this car. I miss my new car. My new car, I could sit here for hours and just cut the air conditioner on. I don't got to worry. But this here, I can't deal with this. This is torture to the next level. Now, keys. Make sure you have your car keys because I'm liable to get out the car and leave the key in the car. Make sure you got your key. All right. Let's go. Oh, Lord. If your numbers don't hit, you don't get nothing.
Alright.
Alright. Anywho, ways. Do your do your P's and Q's. I mean, do your research. I finally go. Listen, they said before you go for your job interview to do your research before you go on your job interview, right? For the first time, I did my research before going to my job interview, and I asked a question to the person that's interviewing me, and they asking me where did I get that information from. How would you feel? I got it off y'all website, but you want to ask me all these other interrogating questions that don't got nothing to do with with me getting inside your company. What you gonna ask me? What am I gonna do? You guys, don't y'all say y'all train people? So why don't you train me on how I should answer these questions? Then give me an opportunity to get in the door. Don't stop me from them interrogating questions. You gonna stop me? I'm not gonna be able to get in your company because I'm not gonna be able to answer the question according to how you feel like I should answer it. So therefore, I'm gonna be out of a job because I don't know how to answer your question that you done got prepared for me before I got there. I didn't. You got question prepared for me. Like you don't even give me an opportunity to look it up online to see how can I answer these questions. And then when I come in front of you, it's just the same thing as my boss telling me we're gonna have a meeting. What we gonna have this meeting about? What's this meeting gonna be about? Well, you'll see when I get there. I'm not. Nah, that don't sit well with me. If you can tell me if you can tell me what our meeting gonna be about before the meeting occurs, then I'm not. I'm good. Cause you scaring me. You're my boss. Like you're supposed to be. Don't be hiding under no shade trying to talk to me. Like, come on. You know what I mean? You want to meet with me? What we gonna meet about? We are adults. Like you're supposed to. Like you know what, Miss Hay? Um, 1022, 12 to 5. Apply at fivebelow.com. Oh, Five Below is hiring too. Okay. Wait, on the spot interview location. I mean, look at this. All these places are hiring. You know what I mean? I want a job, but then I don't want any job. I want a job in the field of where I went to college for. You know, but they telling me I gotta wait a whole week for them to tell me if I got the job or not. Look what we gotta go through. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. You gotta go through all this stupidity just to get a job. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna get off my phone because I don't like going live on my phone inside nobody's store. Anyways, bye.